Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of my Project Ozone series. Ticking along quite nicely. Getting a lot of these quests done. Off camera, what I've done is a little bit of work. I didn't want to make you watch me make up a ton of the jetpacks because we already made those on camera in one of the earlier episodes. And it was just the same materials for each one, or the same components, just made up of different materials to make up the same component. And I really didn't want to make you watch me make up all those because it was tedious. What I have done is I've left the two final jet plates. I've got the materials together for those. I'm going to make those on camera. I didn't want to make those off camera. I mean, I've got those pretty much ready. And what else we got? The Hydro jetpack and the atomic disassembler and the free runners I also made off camera, and I'm not going to use those. So I mean, I don't really know why we have to make up all of these jetpacks, because you only need one at the end of the day. I can understand it having one line, but to make you make up two more lines of jetpacks, it seems fairly redundant to me. But we made them. They're done. I also think I'm going to try and make up these angel rings. I made up a bunch of stable, unstable ingots again, which was pretty easy to do. If we look up at the we used the nuggets that we made in a previous episode, whereby you take the activated sigil and use a gold nugget and a diamond, and that makes up a semi-stable nugget, and then you combine those together to make up a stable, unstable ingot, which means we've got a bunch of those available to us. I think they might be in here. Oops. Yep, so we've got 14 of those. Let's take those out of there for now. They don't blow up, which is the nice thing about those. I also needed to make up some chips, some crystallized redstone. So I built up an assembly table with, I think it's close to a 9x9 set of lasers, and all they're just powered with, if I knock off, it's just a tesseract linked into the main power source, and then those cryostabilose flux ducts powering all of them to give them maximum power. And then that allows you to create up, if you like put in a block of redstone, say I want to create a crystallized redstone, it'll kick it off and it'll fire up all the lasers. They'll go all blue. It means they've got like maximum power, and it'll just tick away and generate those and then just dump the results in this chest. So we'll turn that off because I don't really need any more of those. But that's how the assembly table works. And again, that was a pretty straightforward recipe. But I needed that as a component of, I think it was a component for the jetpack, maybe. Crystallized redstone. If we look up crystallized, it was used as part of the kinetic jetpack. I needed a crystallized redstone, and then I think these kinetic thrusters also needed a golden chipset, which is what we were making in here. So I had the golden chipset and and that was just like a couple of bits of gold and redstone. It's not a big deal. And then what I've done is I've put those all together, and I've got all these components here, which will make up the final jetpack. The flux-infused armor plating needed a whole bunch of, well, that didn't need a bunch of stuff. I mean, that wasn't too bad. We hit U on that. Click on that. That needed like fluxed electrum nuggets and fluxed electrum ingots, and again some flux crystals, which is not that big of a deal. Dear, nope, didn't want to press that button. Oh, I'm pressing stuff all over the place. And we select the flux diamond plating, and the fluxed electrum was Priotheum dust with flexed electrum blend, which is just electrum dust with a fluid transposer. I end up setting up magma crucibles, so that's like feeding in from the export bus redstone, so that's continually filled with destabilized redstone, which feeds into the fluid transposer. So anything that needs to be infused with destabilized redstone will go into this system. For example, it allows you to make up, this makes up blizz powder and the flux crystals, because that gets infused with redstone. This one is filled up with liquid glowstone, and this one is fixed up with jelly chlorothium. And we've got various patterns in there for the crafting system to make up the components we need for these jetpacks. Pretty easy stuff. So if we put this together, I believe it's like this. I think you do that. The resonant ender jetpack. And there you go. And that gives us a flux infused jet plate. And that completes that quest. And then to make, we've got the materials also together for the, no, wrong chest. The Dark Solarium one, which we will do here. And it's again the same thing. We put together, it's all the same patterns, I think. And it needs, I believe those go there. Those go there. That goes on the bottom and that goes on the top. No, other way around. There you go. And that makes up the Dark Solarium jet plate. Not sure what the difference is between the two, really. They look identical to me. And so again, I don't really see the point in having them. Not just yet. We're going to put those away. Keep those as spare jet plates. What I have done as well, and those are there's the jetpack, the atomic disassembler, and the free runners that I made up part of the quest book. There's also a kinetic jetpack, which was the end of the line for this one. Now that's completed all of those jetpacks. We'll claim those rewards in a minute. What I also want to do is finish off these angel rings. If we look up angel rings, we need to make up all 5 of these, I believe. And it's just a case of using the unstable, or the stable unstable ingots with a nether star, golden glass, feathers, pink dye, leather, and gold nuggets, which we can do because we've got a bunch of nether stars inside our system, and we've got the unstable ingots, so we can go ahead and just go ahead and make those up now. So if we start with, put those into the system, should have all the materials. That gives us the invisible wings. That gives us the feathery wings. This gives us the, oh, we're short on purple dye. No, we're not. Oh, that needs a pink dye, doesn't it, for there? To craft up a pink dye quickly. Just quickly do that. Should take a second. There you go. That gives us the fairy wings. These will give us the dragon wings. And then finally the golden wings. And that should also complete the quest book for all of those. Which it has. Which only leaves us now with the quantum suit and the eviscerator. And again, I set up a recipe on our system. So if we look at the, oh dear, falling around all over the place. If we look up the battle suit, it needs these plates, the battle suit plates, which are made up by mangaloy. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which is steel surrounded by redstone. We got a recipe in the system for that. It also requires these energized crystals, which is another star. ZBQ7s, which is just blocks of redstone, gold, and diamond and lapis. Pretty simple to make those. So those are easy. and then titanium, which were being pulled out from our system. And I believe I put all those recipes into the system. What's it called? Battlesuit plate. Yeah, and we got like 64 battlesuit plates inside of our system. I thought I had a recipe for that. I guess not. Okay, well, 64 plates should still be enough to make up what we need to make up. And then that just means that we need to make up the Wyvern stuff. And I've got the Wyvern core, which is made up with a Nether Star Draconium, which we're pulling off from the end. And that Draconic core is with Draconium ingots, diamond and gold. And I have that recipe inside the system, as you can see there. So I make up, I think we're going to need one for each piece. So we'll need 4 of those. Let's make up 4. Like so. We've got like 600 draconium nuggets, so I'm not worried about those. Ingots, sorry, not nuggets. And then we also need the Wyvern energy core, which is blocks of redstone, more draconium, and some more draconic cores. So again, we've got that in the system, and I've got blocks of redstone in the system. And so what was that? That was their energy core, wasn't it? If we look up core, I have 4 of those made up, along with 4 Wyvern cores. So we've got all those made up. I mean, they're available and crafting automatically in our system. And then we take our Zavicio helmet and our Zavicio chest plate, and we convert these into Wyvern things. So I think we're going to do that now. If we take off our armor, and if we put that... Actually, I think if I put that in the system, I don't know if it's going to let me do this. Let's try making up a Wyvern helmet. Yeah, I didn't think so. Because it's enchanted, so it's not recognizing it as... Oh. It needs a regular... I wonder if it's... maybe because it's not... Let's see if it's because it's been damaged. Worst case, I'll just have to make up another set of that armor, which I don't really want to, but... We've got the resources. So I need the anvil. Let's try repairing this. We need some of the Zavicio. Let's click that. Stick that in there. And that auto repaired it. Let's go see if that will work before I repair the other bits. Might need just a regular... Oh no, that worked that time. So that gives us a Wyvern helm. And then we're going to have to repair these other pieces as well. I don't know if you can repair that... I don't know if you can repair the chest piece. Because I think I tried putting it in before and it didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to repair it. I don't know why that doesn't repair. Might just have to make up a spare Zavicio chest. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. Let's put in the leggings and the boots. So we now have all of those. These are being charged up automatically through our wireless charger here, which is kind of nice, that we made up a long time ago. See if we can put that chest in. No, it does not like that chest. So we're going to have to make up a spare Zavicio chest. So if we type in Zavicio and just get a regular... That's not the recipe that I remember. What's the difference? Oh, that's got the infusion on it. We just want the regular, which needs an Imperio, which needs a Crucio, which needs an ACO, which... Oh, no. I put the chest piece into a regular anvil, and it says I need 64 levels of experience to enchant or to do the repair. I've made in a previous episode, or not a previous episode, off camera, I made up this XP shower, And it's just a tesseract linked into this liquid experience down here, which puts it into this small tank here. So if I come up here and hit the switch, I can fill myself up with experience from this tank. And then if I stand on the drain, it allows me to put the experience back into the tank. But it gives me a way of getting it in and getting it out. And as you can see from the tank behind, with the mob essence, we've got so much that things are ticking along quite nicely on this system. So I'm just going to get myself up to 64 levels of experience. And then I'm going to try this again. Okay, that should be enough. What I'm going to do this time, instead of using the auto anvil, I'm going to get myself a regular anvil. And we'll just stick that down over here. And if I put the chest piece in now with that essence, it then allowed me to repair that using the experience that I had. And then if we go and now put this into the system for our battle suit, that should now work. Want the chest piece, that saves us making up another one because that was going to be a pain in the bum. And we'll stick that in there and pull out the chest piece. Now we've got all 4 of those pieces. We can now turn that into... not entirely sure what all this does. Looks pretty good stuff. Okay, well, let's convert it into some battle suit. And we just do that with with all the plates. So if we put those into the system, and say we want to make up one of the... Of course, we have to put the stuff in manually. Put the wyvern in like so. And that gives us the battlesuit helmet. And if we do the chest, put that in like that. It gives us the chest piece. And the leggings. So we've got more than enough plate inside of the system that I must have made up manually. And then we'll do the legs. Or the boots. And that should complete... Why is that not completed the... I don't understand. Battle suit. Oh, because then we need to make up the rest of it. That gives us the first step. Does that give us flight? Probably not. Let's see what we need to make up these. Gas tiers are not a problem. Upgrade tokens is ZBQ7s, which I know I've got in the system, and nether stars. Oh, that's pretty easy to make. So I take it we're going to need 1 of each. Okay, so we need 4 of these tokens, which is the ZBQs. We've got 12 there. I think we've got some nether stars left in the system. So if we just make up 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then put those into the system, along with these battle pieces, that should now allow us to make up... And of course, we're going to have to put the stuff in ourselves. And that gives us the battlesuit helmet. Let's take a look at the chest piece. Like so. The leggings. Like so. And finally, the boots. And that should now complete the quest. If I can open up the right book. Ta-da! Okay, and we'll pick up the reward in a minute. And that leaves us, the last one in this book is the Eviscerator. And I think that's pretty easy to make up as well. If we look up the recipe for the Eviscerator, requires 2 rods and a head. The head is a diamond. Well, we've got all those components in the system already. And then the rod, we need 2 of these. And again, we've got more than enough. What was missing at the top? Gold nuggets again. It's always the gold nuggets, man. Gold. No, they're there. And pick up 2 of those. And then we should just be able to put that together. Like so. Put these into the system so it's got them in there. And that gives us an Eviscerator. No idea what that does. Never used it, but it's got to be fairly powerful because it's the end of the line. And that completes our entire book for Ascendance. Let's go claim up all the bags. I think I'm just going to go middle bag all the way down the line. Because it's probably going to contain a load of rubbish anyway. Got a bunch of hearts. Let's claim middle bag. And the middle bag. Let me claim all these bags and I'll be right back. Okay. Got a bunch of bags and chance cubes. I'm not going to open up the chance cubes. There's too many of them. Got the hearts as well. So let's claim all the hearts. 17 lives. We're not going to go through those. And let's just start opening up these. Well, let's put the armor on first. Not sure what it's going to look like. Very nice, I guess. Does it let me fly? Yes, it does. Ooh, that's fast as well. That felt faster than... Oh, yes, that does feel faster. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm not sure what else it's going to give me. Night vision, speed 3, haste 2, strength 2, water breathing. Oh, that is a nice set of stuff. Oh, it's got charge on it, though. That, I wonder how fast that's going to go down. Still, very nice. And we've got the eviscerate at plus 26 of damage. That's... I don't think you can enchant that. But, let's put the, oh, that runs fast as well. Let's put those into the system. Angel rings, we're just going to keep. I'm going to put them in here. They're like spare ones. Let's look at, I wonder if I can, because on the Zavisio, if you put the ring on, it wouldn't allow you to fly. This one seems to work. Well, doesn't that look pretty? So if we look at ourselves with F5, ourselves a couple of little dragon wings. Press down there. Nope. There you go. Nope, I can't remember what button it is to. There you go. Very, very cool. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to opening up our stuff. I don't know if that does anything special, or if it's just got plus 26 damage. Because I was in the process of also, if I come over here, in the auto enchanter, I made up a Zavisio sword, and that's currently only at plus 19 attack damage, but it has some enchants on it. I wonder if I can enchant this. Probably not. Oh, it did have. You can enchant it. It's not going to let me put anything. Vacuum, efficiency, and unbreaking. But it's plus 26 attack damage. That's kind of handy. I think I'll use that over that. What I might do then is just stick this into there and claim the EMC from it. Because I don't really need it. Okay, and back to the original plan of let's open up these bags. Iron wand, rubbish. Vending machine, no idea what that's for. Day bloom we don't need. I think all of this is just going to be absolute rubbish, to be honest. Does it have EMC? Nope, nope, nope. Yes. Dame blooms I can just put down. I mean, I might as well put them down for extra mana generation, but they're going to disappear very quickly. Let's just do that. They'll go away pretty soon. More rubbish. More rubbish. More rubbish. Rubbish. Not sure what that was. Let's claim the EMC off all of those bags. Nope, nope. Angry dolls. Yeah, can get EMC from that. Get the bacon. Elevator blocks. A walrus. Okay. I bet we just stick you on the roof. You can be like a decorative walrus. There you go. One walrus. Not sure what it does. Probably nothing. Let's claim up the glowstone torch we're going to need for the... Oh, that's handy. Oxygen tanks. We're going to need those when we get into Galacticraft. Let's put those... Have they got EMC? No, they do not. Nor do those. All those. All those. All those. God, not a whole lot of Let's put the glowstone torches in because that'll be handy later on. And then I'm just going to scrap some of this. I'm not sure what magmatic florbs are for. Might put those into the system. And that finishes up that. No, wrong book. And that finishes up the Ascendance line, which is pretty awesome. What else I've also done is I killed another wither because I was trying to catch the wither inside a reusable safari net to claim hearts from it, but that didn't quite work out. So we'll open up that railgun turret and ammo. I'll just stick that in the system for now. Like that, and I'll put that in there. Clear that off. What else have we got that we did? Still waiting for... Oh, that was the thing. We had a piece of... Where did I put it? I finally got myself a piece of this octuple compressed cobblestone. After many hours, it finally decided to chuck one out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take that piece of octuple compressed cobblestone, which is worth 43 million EMC. And first off, I'm going to stick it, if I haven't done it already, I'm going to teach it to the system. In case I've ever decided to need another one. And I'm going to put it inside, I believe, if I make a... Take the octuple. If I put that inside a furnace, I believe that makes a piece of bedrockium. Oh, good grief. That needs septuple. Oh no, we're going to need another piece to make up a portal to the deep dark. This is what we're after, a block of bedrockium. So we're going to put that into here. And that's given us a block of bedrockium, which we are also going to teach to the system. And then from the bedrockium block, we can get bedrockium ingots. And that should now allow us to make up this watering can. We already have the etheric sword from, we made that a long time ago. But this reinforced watering can, so if we go down into the watering can and look up the reinforced one, it needs a soul fragment, a bowl, and 4 bedrockium ingots. Well, we got the bedrockium ingots now. Bowls, we got a system. Soul fragments is where we put the etheric sword plus a heart. Soul crafting. And I know we got the etheric sword because I kept it inside, and kept it in the chest, ready for... There you go. Is it a case of just putting the two together? Well, that gives me a soul fragment if I just take the... Oh, unless it takes off a heart of damage. I'm not sure. Oh, you feel diminished, minus 10% max health. Ow! Well, is that permanent? That's not nice. Unless it just took damage, is what I'm going to take away from that, because I choose to. Watering can. Let's go back to that. So now we have the soul fragment. We put that up there. And then we just need the bowl. Do we have a bowl in the system? No, we don't. That's easy enough to make. Get some wood. And we're out of wood. 10 of those, please. There you go. And if we just go over here and quickly make that up. Why am I so slow? I feel like I'm running slow again. Slowness 4. Why do I have slowness 4? I don't know what is causing me to move slowly. Oh, I've got the bedrockium on me. That's why. Durr. Failing. I did wonder why I had that for some reason. Let's put that back on. And when we get rid of the bedrockium, because they're so heavy, it just gives you a slowness debuff. But we're not going to need those so much. I've put those back in the system. There you go. And put those in. And do the bedrockium And the bowl. Okay, so now it gives us the watering can. Finally! God, that took a long time. And that completes that quest. We'll take the middle bag again. Gives us another heart. Now up to like 18, which is a ridiculous number. And I believe that watering can, when you fill it with water, let's go down here and just right-click that. I believe it generates or it allows you to water crops a lot. Oh, no, did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. It just does, it grows things really, really fast in a big area. Which, I mean, it's not all that useful to us right now anyway, because I said we got this automatic farming. There's something that I do want that's going to speed up farming, and we're working our way towards. If I claimed the reward on that, didn't I yet? And that now completes that line. And what I'm actually working towards, or what I want to work towards, is this thing here. The imaginary time block. That will speed up the growth of those plants by no end, and we're going to be working towards that pretty soon. For now, I'm just going to stick the watering can. Has that got EMC on it? That's the question. Because that would be... No, it doesn't, because why would it? I'm going to put that into our system. Put those in there. Put the heart back away. Put that away. I don't need that iron rod. Get the EMC from that. And we'll open up the reward bag. And that's probably a good place to leave it on this episode. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, I would very much appreciate it. And until next time, toodles!